Another huge weekend at the box office for Black Panther, which is now topped more than actually, I think it's approaching 900 million, isn't it?
I think this was one of the biggest,
It's
if
over
not the
700
biggest,
million.
second week of
Yes.
it was just enormous.
Yeah.
Enormous.
One of the guys in the movie who helps the Black Panther kick butt, one of his military leaders, is played by a guy named Bambadjan Bamba, and his role in the movie, the timing of this is perfect for him because there is a platform that there's a message he wants to get out, and he's using the success of this movie to help him launch something new to help get that message out. So we're going to talk about that with Bambadjan Bamba, who is joining us right now. Bamba, welcome to TMZ Live. How are you doing?
And congratulations.
Hey, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you. We're like making history right now.
You really are.
Amazing.
It is
just really
amazing.
Yeah,
anyway,
I mean,
killing the game.
We knew that the movie was going to be big, but I don't think anybody suspected that it was going to be as huge as it has become.
Yeah, I mean, all of us in Hollywood were really anticipating it and wanting to be a part of it. We were like, oh, it's going to be amazing, but we didn't know it was going to kick butt the way that it's kicking butt right now. I mean, it just shows that inclusion and diversity really has a place in the market. So hopefully this is the beginning of a lot more epic African stories.
Inclusion and diversity. I think that is a perfect segue, Bamba, into what you're doing. Tell us about your background, because you weren't born here, but you have obviously flourished in Hollywood, and now you have a message you want to get out with this podcast you're doing called Undocumented Hollywood Dream.
Correct, like my undocumented Hollywood dream.
Right.
So the story is really, I came to this country in '92, fleeing political persecution in the Ivory Coast, and we landed in the South Bronx. I didn't speak any English. I was put in a Spanish ESL class. My parents applied for asylum, and I was just a normal, teenager, at least at that time, trying to learn English by listening to hip hop, like Tupac and Biggie, and watching Ninja Turtles, you know what I mean?
Right.
And being tricked around in school because you don't speak English, and being African wasn't cool back then. So it wasn't until like high school and when I, fell in love with acting and was pursuing like an acting conservatory or school to go to that I realized that technically my status was undocumented. And that's when I had a conversation with my parents, and they basically said, hey, even though you can't get any financial aid, we'll support you. And I went to New York. I drove cabs, bust my butt, and just worked my way up, one role after another, and now I'm in Black Panther.
What's your status now, Bamba?
My status, I'm actually a Daca recipient, so I'm legally here. I can legally work, and with the new decision that just came up today from the Supreme Court, I'm definitely going to renew and hopefully be here for a couple more years. But again, it's all temporary until Congress can give us a permanent solution, like as a law.
Do you think that, by the way, the ruling you're referring to, the Supreme Court declined to hear the president's appeal of the Daca ruling. What do you make of the president digging his heels in on this, saying that he's not going to change, he doesn't want to change the program as he's laid it out, but I would imagine he's going to have to make some change now.
Right.
Where do you think this is headed?
I mean, the challenge is, they're saying one thing and then doing another. He's saying he's going to deal with it with love. He's saying, just bring me a bill. He puts a proposition and doesn't go through. And then the Senate tries to do a couple of other things, put a couple bills through. And I mean, nothing is going through. So I just, want them to meet somewhere and come up with a solution for us. I mean, we've just been in limbo for so long.
It's interesting. I was thinking about this, knowing you were coming on today, and these students in Florida have made a huge difference in terms of kind of changing hearts and minds with gun control.
Right.
And I'm thinking, people like you, who have flourished and, in the biggest movie in a long, long time and doing good things, that maybe, it's that kind of, the fact that you're coming on here, the fact that you've got this podcast, Undocumented Hollywood Dream, coming out next month. Maybe it's that kind of thing that's going to galvanize things so that your voice is not only heard, but it registers with Congress?
That's really what we're all hoping. I mean, some brave dreamers are putting their lives on the line. We're really hoping that telling our stories and being in people's faces will, you know, help the American people, right? The people who can vote and could really make a difference, like really put pressure on their government and on Congress to come up with a solution, because this is a real reflection of what America is and what America wants to be. Like,
well, look, I mean, we are out of time, but we wish you the best. And again,
awesome.
the podcast is Undocumented Hollywood Dream. It's available next month. And again, just congratulations what
on
you've accomplished on the movie and your career and what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you so much again for having me. And check out defineamerican.com. You can see my entire story there. And it's a place where people who are undocumented could tell their stories.
Okay, Bamba.
Thank you again, guys. Really appreciate you guys.